hot autumn meal. Our menu includes scallop and artichoke soup, a simple salad, butternut squash ravioli with a brown butter sage sauce, and we'll top the meal off with pears poached in red wine stuffed with mascarpone cheese. So stay tuned. For a starter, we're going to have a scallop and artichoke soup. The ingredients we're using are sea scallops, and we got about 1 pound. Canned artichoke hearts, a 1/4 cup of cream, 1 1/4 cups of milk, 2 cups chicken stock, butter, onion, lemon, and potato. First, we're going to chop up an onion. We're just going to rough chop these just to break them up. And then we'll throw them in a pot, melted butter, and saute them about 10 minutes. Okay, here we go. We're going to throw it in. Now I'm going to put the potato into the pot and the chicken broth.
Now we're ready to start the pasta dough. This is what we're going to use to make the butternut squash ravioli. This will be our dough to begin with. I have in the food processor 3 cups of all-purpose flour and a 1/2 teaspoon salt. I'm just going to pulse this a couple times, mix it up. That should do the trick. And here I have 2 eggs combined with 3 tablespoons of water, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, and I have whisked this together, and it is going to be added to the dry ingredients. Now I'm going to mix this until the dough forms continuous mixture and starts to pull away from the sides. Okay, so we got the pasta dough mixed together, and I've turned it out from the food processor bowl, wrapped it up in saran wrap, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about an hour. I'm going to go enjoy some of our appetizers and a glass of wine while my dough waits.
Okay, what we've done is let the onions and artichoke saute for about 10 minutes, put the chicken broth and potato in to simmer for about 20 minutes. It's ready. We're going to turn the burner off, and transfer it to the food processor to puree. Okay, now our mixture is pureed, and we're going to transfer it back to the pot. Turn the burner back on. And at this point, we are going to add the scallops and the milk. Cook down.
While our dough is resting in the refrigerator, we're going to start with the filling for our ravioli. I'm going to start this first by melting 1 tablespoon of butter in a skillet. I'm going to turn this on medium heat and let this melt. Meanwhile, I'm going to mince some shallots and get those ready to saute. The ingredients we're going to need to make the filling for the butternut squash ravioli. Our butternut squash, we bought pureed squash, frozen. It's been thawed out. I have about 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. I have 1 shallot minced, and I have some nutmeg. I'm going to take the shallot over to our melted butter, saute for a minute. Stir this around a bit. It's going to soften pretty quickly. After we soften it a little bit, I'm going to add the butternut squash. I'm going to add this and then we're going to cook it for a couple of minutes to reduce the moisture in the squash. That way we have a nice thick mixture to put into the ravioli. Shallots are cooking and they're starting to turn a little golden. It means this is a point that we want to stop. We're going to add our squash mixture. I'm just going to cook this for a couple of minutes and then we'll season it up and be ready to cool it down.
What we're going to also fix as a side dish with our entree are just roasted vegetables. Very simple. We're going to use baby carrots, 1 sweet potato, an onion, garlic, throw it in a roasting pan and let it roast for about 45 minutes. So I'll go ahead and get started chopping. Okay. I'm going to get the vegetables roasting. Got everything chopped up, and we're just going to pour some olive oil onto the veggies. Give them a good douse and season with some kosher salt and black pepper. Make sure you get them good and seasoned. Mix them up. The pan's already been preheated, sizzling a little bit. Make sure we get all this good stuff out of the bowl. Alright, next to the oven. We'll give them about 45 minutes in the oven and should be done at that point, or until tender.
Our mixture's been cooking for a couple of minutes and it's now dried out. You can see that a lot of the moisture has been removed from the mixture. I'm going to season it with some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to use about 3-4 tablespoons. There we go. I'm going to add a little nutmeg. I like nutmeg, so I'm going to go a little heavy here. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper, pinch of salt, a little bit of fresh ground pepper, and this is now ready to fill the ravioli. We're going to turn this off, let it cool down. Once we get the dough ready, we'll put it all together. We have a pot of boiling salted water. We're going to drop these in. We're going to let them boil about 2 to 3 minutes each. so as not to crowd the pot, I'm going to do this in a couple of batches. And in this pan, we're also working on the sauce for the ravioli. We're going to have a brown butter sage sauce. So this is a stick of butter, 8 tablespoons, which is melting over medium heat. We're going to let this melt, and then we're going to add 12 sage leaves, which I've picked off here. I'm going to kind of break those up as I put them into the sauce. We're going to let this cook down until it turns brown, and it's going to be a wonderful sauce for our pumpkin ravioli.
Vegetables have been roasting for about 45 minutes to an hour, and we're just going to take them out and clean them up.
Ravioli's been boiling about 3 minutes now. They're nice and tender. I'm just going to remove them from the water, and they are ready to go. Meanwhile, our butter is completely melted now, and I'm ready to add the sage. These are 12 sage leaves that I've just coarsely chopped. I'm going to add them in here. I'm going to kind of watch this, keep it stirred a bit. We're going to cook it until the butter starts turning brown. So our butter sauce kept on the heat. It's been about 2 minutes now. The butter started to turn brown. It's a nice rich color with sage in there. We're going to use this as the topping for our pumpkin ravioli.
We're going to have a 4-course meal. We're going to have just a simple salad and a vinaigrette, the scallop and artichoke soup, roasted vegetables, and butternut squash ravioli as the entree. And then we'll follow up with a poached pear and mascarpone.
A wonderful autumn feast tonight.
So let's make a toast
To good friends
and good food.
Until next time,
We're the Red Hot Ladies.
here we're working on our dessert, poached pears cooked in red wine with a mascarpone stuffing. What I have here is I have a mixture of 1-to-1 red wine and water together with 2 bay leaves and 2 cinnamon sticks. I'm going to add a cup of powdered sugar. Stir that in. And then I'm going to add our pears, which I have right over here. The pears have been peeled, not cored, and the stems have been left on them. So I'm going to drop them in. I'm going to reduce this to a simmer, and we're going to let it go for about 20 minutes.
Wait, okay, I'm going to say, well, another great dinner.
Yes, and I hope...
This is rehearsal work.
Yes.
Well, Sherry, another great dinner.
Yes, Rachel, our autumn harvest has turned out to produce a really wonderful dinner. I hope everyone else has enjoyed it as much as we have.
Let's make a toast.